Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I'm still feeling a little sick, but I guess I'm feeling better than yesterday, which is good news. Today I'm playing some God Comp with WizK and Versace. This is the team I hit rank 1 with, and right off the bat I want to talk about getting that full sheep onto the healer. We are fighting a DK, Arms Warrior, Holy Priest, TSG, fairly common comp this patch, but I want to actually rewind and show you that the priest dispelled a VT right away, right when I was still in stealth, and instead of kind of just walking away from it, miss this opportunity to get a full sheep on him out of this without him holy warding or line of sighting or greater fading, all of these abilities for priest to actually just avoid the full polymorph, I decided to go ahead and double blink and get that full sheep right away onto the priest, which gives us a nice big opener where I can Icy Veins, orb, and get a ton of damage out. We follow that full sheep with a Hajj onto the priest, and we actually start to hit the priest, and as God Comp in this patch, you don't necessarily have to just do big goes, get a sheep, and then kill, but you can actually play Splitting Ice, similar to Mage Lock or Mage Boomkin, do some spread pressure with some CC chains, but also you can triple dot and really just win in the long game as well. Overall, I still wouldn't really recommend playing this comp with Holy Pally. It might work better with an R Shaman. It might work better with, I haven't seen it with a monk, but maybe even a monk. That way you just have better heals to last. We do land that full sheep onto the priest out of that lockout, and the DK and the warrior are just getting, super low, and they're definitely in trouble. Most of this game, guys, I try to keep a Blizzard down to reduce the cooldown of Orb and to keep them slowed the entire time and to do a little bit of damage. Blizzard's just an incredible ability right now. We get a silence onto that priest after the polymorphs. My priest MCs that warrior nice and low, which was actually very good to keep him low until we continue that CC. We get a full fear out onto the priest and we kill the warrior. So that kill, guys, was really a sheep, or actually a silence into a sheep, into priest silence, into mind control on the warrior to keep him nice and low, and into a fear on the priest. So it was 5 CCs all chained to really line up that kill, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. Without all of that CC, this game might have gone on super long. And that's the thing about God Comp, is that you can go for these CC chains. You can go for tons of CC in a row and bursting one guy, but at the same time, then you can also triple dot and go on the healer, so it's an extremely versatile comp, which almost makes it a little scary to play, because you're like, wait, should we play it like MLD, or should we play it like Rogue Mage? And the answer is, you could really play it as either, depending on the situation. You kind of have to mold and adapt and realize, okay, I can get this full sheep, let's not triple dot for right now. Let's get a full sheep into a half sheep into a quarter sheep into a silence into a Hosh into a fear while we're killing one guy. That works great, or it can work great. But sometimes you don't want to do that, and it's more like, okay, I'm not landing these sheeps. We need pressure. Let's just triple dot. Maybe even do a little go on the healer to get things rolling, and that's totally okay too. So it kind of just depends on the game. So this is an example of a game where we got a long CC chain, we got a lot of damage on one guy, and we actually took out the warrior. Here in this next game, we're fighting an RMP, which is definitely one of the better comps right now. I think RMP, WLS are very good. I don't know if Disc Priest are actually even that strong of healers. I think I'm checking my talents right there. So I'm Ice Nova, I should be Splitting Ice probably, but I don't know if Disc Priests are even that strong of healers, but just the way RMP synergizes is so good right now in the meta that makes RMP pretty much a viable comp. But Disc Priest can really only play this comp, I think. I don't think they have enough healing output to really heal Ret Hunter or Feral Hunter right now. So if you see a Disc Priest, it's usually them playing RMP. Right here in the opener, I trinket to get away from that big opener on that Ebon Bolt. We get some CC on the priest. We actually dotted the priest, but then we Hajj him into that full sheep instead of hitting him. So I kind of called that out. Here in this game, I was like, we could have hit that priest in that full Hajj and maybe silenced him out, done something like that, but instead, we get that full Hajj into the sheep, into the half sheep, into the quarter sheep, into the silence, and we get the mage's ice block. And here's another example, guys, where these CC chains are really paying off. But then off of our CC chains, we can definitely do some triple dot action. We've already dotted the priest, I think, once or twice this game, and we can definitely dot the priest more to just him, or we can continue to CC him and go for a win. Right here, the mage is in hypothermia. He can't block for another, I think, about 10 seconds. We get that full sheep on the priest, I have Flurry available. I have Icy Veins available. I just used my Ebon Bolt. Here I want to note, when I Ebon Bolted, I didn't Ebon Bolt and immediately Flurry. If you rewind, I Ebon Bolt and only let the Ebon Bolt go off. This is because I knew he was going to blink. If he blinks, my Flurry damage and my Ebon Bolt damage and my Ice Lance damage really sucked. What I can do is actually just wait for the blink debuff to fade off, and then use my Flurry and my Ice Lance as the other half of that damage. This brings up something else that I really want to talk about, is the timing of damage in PvP is more important than damage in PvP. A lot of people will say, Xaryu, why don't you use your Ice Lance procs before your Flurry procs? Well, because I wanted the Flurry. You know, I wanted more burst at that time. It was more important to Flurry and waste some damage, because this isn't PvE, guys. This is PvP. The damage timing is very, very important. Right here, I used my Ebon Bolt, waited a global, resheeped, and then used my Flurry, and the mage died. If I would have used all the damage into the 50%, the mage might not have died. Well, maybe he would have, but that's not the point. The point is you want to maximize your kill potential, and at the end of the day, the kill is all that matters. Top damage or top DPS isn't what you're looking at. It's when the damage comes in. When you get that full sheep, and then you do the damage. If you get a full sheep and someone's at, 35%, and you have 2 Ice Lances and a Flurry, you might as well just Flurry and then do your 2 Ice Lances to get that damage in sooner, to try to either get more cooldowns or secure that kill. I see a lot of people in the comments saying, why aren't you, Ice Lancing first? Or why aren't you Ebon Bolt shattering when you could have? Guys, this is a PvE mentality. This is not what you want to look for in PvP. It's not to maximize damage, it's to do damage at the right times with the right abilities, right? So if I have a Flurry and I have an Ebon Bolt, a good thing to do would be to Ebon Bolt Flurry Shatter combo. However, the Ebon Bolt Flurry Shatter combo might take too long. If the guy's already low HP, I can just go for a sheep, let the Shadow Priest dots run him down, use my Flurries, right? Use my Flurry, use my Ice Lance, and before you know it, we get the kill, and I didn't have to cast. I didn't have to risk getting line of sighted. I didn't have to risk getting locked out. I did it all with instant cast. So I hope this answers a lot of your questions where, oh, Xaryu, you should have done this with the Ebon Bolt, or you should have done this with your different timing. That is a PvE mentality. That is a very PvE mentality. And I'm not saying I'm playing perfect. There are probably some times where I could have done one thing or another. Not probably, definitely. But overall, you really want to keep an eye on the prize, guys. Get your eye on that kill. If it is easier to just not cast and use your damage in an inefficient way, but it profits getting that kill more guaranteed, then it's worth it, right? Then it's worth it. And this is definitely a mind shift from PvE, because in PvE it's all about that rotation, all about maximizing DPS, all about maximizing damage, and that's just not quite the case in Arena, at least for Frost Mage. Guys, if this video was helpful, in any way, give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps me. Talk to me in the comments what you guys think about the difference between PvE and PvP and kind of how that works, and if you found this helpful with this video, kind of saying it's not all about damage, but it's when that damage comes in. Talk to me in the comments below about that. Thumbs the video down if you didn't like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!